Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. Wake up the elect. And salutations also to the Aqua that listen and learn in silence. Saw a movie and it had been on my spirit to do a video on it. Basically, Hollywood knows about the scriptures. They know about the righteous seed and the wicked seed. They know that they are the wicked seed. They know that the Israelites are Yahweh's chosen. And they put it in the movies all the time. And I just wanted to get into it. How these devils know. They know. These directors, they know. And just the different lines that they have in these movies, it just give it away that they know. But this is a movie running out of time, and it was actually pretty good. But I'm gonna bring out a couple of precepts in a couple different scenes. Here we go.
Mister, I've known demons and serpents like you my whole life. Nothing but bullies and trash. They use their position or their social status to intimidate and harm people that you just have decided are beneath you. Well, I got news for you. As for me and mine, you are nothing to us but a bruise on our heels. So you want to know what I think? I'll tell you. I think you should go to hell.
And there you have it. That was a scene, and she was telling this devil that you ain't nothing but a bruise on my heel, and that's straight out the scriptures. This is Genesis chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Up on thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat. Verse 15. Salaki, all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, which is Israel, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. And there was a quote straight out of the scriptures that they put in these Hollywood productions, because they know that the Israelites and the Edomites do not get along. They were never meant to get along, and they won't until they were never created to get along with each other. I'll play a little more because I have a couple more precepts that I'm gonna grab from in regarding to this movie. And as you can see in this movie, this woman, her husband was killed, which left her and the other women in her family alone, vulnerable, and without protection. And whatever they were looking for something, and her not having that protection of her man, her husband, her covering, she was vulnerable to whatever these guys wanted to do. And so how much more you women out here that want to shit on the man, the Israelite man per se, cause that's what's going on out here. Esau has got you, got in your brains and filthied your minds up to go against your only covering. Cause in that day, Esau's not gonna be trying to make sure you're safe. He's only doing that and giving you liberties now to break up the family and the household. So now when you shit on your man, your covering, and push him and get him removed out the way, who's there to protect you? So that's not a smart move to try to take Esau's liberty and use that against the man that are set up for your protection. He had his way with her. Even punched the little daughter in the face. This man is a ravenous wolf, man. He don't care about you. All he cares about is setting you up to devour you. The scripture says the devil goes throughout the earth like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Roughly paraphrasing, and he's going to devour you women after you have given your covering and your protection up to be put out the way, whether it's locked up, killed by police, you know, oppressed by this system. Men ain't gonna want to protect you in their day, man, because all the hell you've allowed them to be put on them through you taking the liberty that this devil has given you. But I'm gonna go to my next precept in Micah, um, chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Cause you're gonna be shameful when this time comes and you have no one to protect you. Which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And that's how you women gonna be treated in that day. Cause you got the man out of the picture using this devil's system and his liberties. And guess what? That only leaves you vulnerable to take the punishment that Esau is gonna bring on you, which is through the Lord anyway. Cause a righteous woman wouldn't be even thinking about taking these liberties. They will be sticking with their man because they know that it's a war out here on masculinity. All this feminism and all that is gonna end you up trodden down. Like the scriptures say, like the mire of the street. Like mud and shit and all kind of stuff. Gum and you walk on a piece of gum, it's just it molds to the bottom of your shoe, man. It don't have any resistance or any fight back in it. And you women gonna be at the mercy of whatever man run across you. These race soldiers, these foreign troops, they setting the stage for that right now. The concentration camps, hey, it ain't gonna be pretty, man. Now, this is another scene where Satan reveals one of his devices, and best believe that if they're putting stuff in movies, they've been had the technology to do this. But here is another scene, and I might end it off with that.
See, my associate here, he thinks I'm taking it way too easy on you guys. Just way too easy. He's a little twisted in the head. I get that. But maybe he's got a point. So I've decided to reconsider my stance.
He'll go in to explain what he just did. because this is a crafty device that Esau's come up with.
I don't think I have. You see, really should have been grateful that we took care of them for you, because it looked like to me they were going to run away on you.
What is this? What is... No, this is a lie. This is a lie. Clarence would never do this.
Well, your eyes lying to me, Mrs. Harper, because it feels like I knew your husband better than frozen dart into the human body. In the early 70s, the CIA developed a weapon that would fire a tiny frozen dart into the human body, leaving only a speck of blood at the entry point. Once inside the body, the dart would melt, releasing a neurotoxic chemical derived from the liver of Japanese blowfish, causing the subject to fall into an immediate myocardial infarction. A heart attack. Once inside the bloodstream, the poison would evaporate, leaving absolutely no evidence it was ever even there. Now, methods have certainly improved since the 70s, and you no longer need a weapon to insert the toxin. You just need to get close enough to make one tiny little prick.
You see that? See that? That's how much Esau goes the lengths to figure out ways to take you out of here, man, to kill you, and it'll resemble the only trace will be left is that, oh, you had a heart attack when they do the autopsy. He is a crafty he's so crafty that this is what he does, man. He's the perfect devil. Who would sit around and think of ways how to meticulously kill someone without even being noticed? A devil, someone who is bloodthirsty. They get off on this. You know, this is how far he goes, man. This is how far he goes. So best believe that since the 70s, they've, like he said, technology has improved. I told you, what they've released to the public, they've been had it in the workings and created and stored up somewhere for decades, man. But this is the man that wants to war against the saints. So why the scriptures say the Lord has shortened the time for the elect's sake. If not, there shall be no flesh left to be saved, because he just is so crafty in bloodthirst. But I got another precept, and I'm gonna end it with that. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's one of Satan's devices, man. To use a tiny frozen arrow or a frozen dart to shoot it in someone, neurotoxin from the Japanese pufferfish, and it get in your bloodstream, the poison evaporates, and it just looks as like you've had a heart attack. Come on, man. They do this, man. They do this. These government agencies and all that, man. That's what they do. This was about a man finding out stuff about the powers that be, and he was trying to tell, but they end up sending a team to his house to recover their evidence. This is the devil, man. If not, who is he, man? Who is? If these Edomites are not the devil, man, who is, man? But I hope that's been an edifying lesson. I'm gonna say shalom and a baba ball, man. Kwam Yasharala, man.